Hello, hello. I am Heather, aka Planner Mumsy. Today is my 50th birthday. I decided to go ahead and celebrate a huge life milestone with a huge channel milestone by showing my face today on camera. Believe me, it is not easy. I don't know how you guys do it so much. Anyway, today my plan for fun is going to be categorizing in a booklet my fountain pens. I struggle a lot on my channel with giving all of the information properly on my fountain pens, and I'm constantly writing things on my channel because I mess up when I'm talking about it. What I decided to do is make a booklet with the picture of the pen and all of that pen specifics. This way I can be more specific with you when I'm doing a video so that you guys can know more about the pens and make more informed decisions on if it's something that you want to purchase as well. Let's get right to it and go tabletop. Okay, y'all. Whew, that was really hard for me. Doing I make the stupidest faces, okay? I'm just gonna say that, so y'all are just gonna have to bear with me because I'm a stupid face maker, and I'm just saying, I'm just saying that now. Okay, so this is what I've decided to do. I went on a cleaning purge the other day because my house that I purchased in South Carolina is a lot smaller than my older house, and I don't have the room to store all of these boxes for all of my pens. So what I decided to do was to go ahead and make a booklet, and I was going to throw away a bunch of my boxes. I basically tore out like this information off of the box, and I'm going to use this to help me profile all of the different pens. And so like you can see, you know, this is one that I got from Estes. These are like different ones, and I might make an attempt of taking these stickers off and putting it in the book as well, but we'll see. I'm not 100% sure of what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna kind of play with it as I go. This was literally just like all of the different stuff that I pulled when I was going through and purging all of the stuff from my pen cabinet. Now I'm trying to find, because I know I have it, here we are. Okay, this is the first pen that we're going to start with, and I thought it would be a pretty one to just go ahead and start. I'm just going to show you guys basically how I'm doing one of the pages, because this is probably literally going to take me weeks to do this because I have a lot of pens and I'm literally going to have to look up a lot of information to really figure out like all of the specifics of each one of my pens. But when it is all done, it is going to be so helpful for me so that I can be better for you guys on my channel and with the information that I am giving you about each and every pen. This was just part of an insert that came with the pen, and again, I haven't decided if I'm gonna add, you know, paraphernalia like this to the pen's page, but I guess we'll play it by ear. What I decided to use for a notebook is this Sterling ink notebook that I have here in the B6 size. This is from last year's releases. It does happen to have the gold foiling. It's all that I had on hand, but it does have last year's Sanzen Tomoe River paper, and that paper does much better with fountain pens on it. And I do plan on trying to do a little bit of a writing sample with each pen just so that I can know what each pen looks like when writing it. Okay, let's get started. Now, one thing that I want to do for sure is I want to print a picture of the pen that I plan on using. Today I am going to be using my Canon Selfie Square, and this is the last version, which is like the QX10. I want to say there's a new like 20 that has come out that might be a little slimmer form factor than this one. I have 3 different pocket printers or portable printers. This one actually prints the absolute best photos, so I would suggest if you're in the market for one, looking into the new 20. Now I will say the paper and the ink for it is a bit on the pricey side, but if quality photos is what you're looking for, then definitely check out this Canon. All right, I already have my picture loaded up, and I'm just gonna adjust the brightness a little bit just so that it's easy for me to see. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and print it. And it's, you know, it has its quirks, I won't lie, but I think kind of every portable printer does, but definitely printing these pictures is super important to me. Okay, I'm just getting my scissors ready because it's definitely something that needs to be trimmed out. The ink cassette is empty. Of course it is, because I'm on camera. Okay, so it said that the ink cassette was empty. I was gonna do it off camera, but then I decided might as well see this too. So basically it's just this little cassette. It slides here right in. It only will go in one way, so it's pretty easy. And then it pops in and you're done. And then you just say okay on your phone. It constantly asks you to join the network, which is basically, it's like Wi-Fi, I guess. So now it is printing. Now I will say this paper is, so what it will do is it prints it almost like, this is what it looks like when it's printed, and this particular paper is a sticky back, so you can see it's sticky. I will say it doesn't have loads of stickiness to it, if that's a real word. But what I'm going to do is I actually am going to cut off the white parts because I really just want the picture. And I don't need the, like, all of, you know, the extra in frame here. I just need the pen itself. So we're gonna cut that down. And I'm not like the straightest cutter in the world, and that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm okay. All right, then what I figured I would do is, I think I'm gonna make an actual index as well. So I will leave this page. I'm gonna kind of write something here on this page, and then I think I'm gonna leave a couple pages for an index. Let's be generous and leave 3, just because I write big. I'm trying to decide. I think what I'll do is I'll write the name of the pen up here, and then I'll put an actual picture of it, and I'll put all of its information below it. Okay, decision made. I just knew I wanted to do something, but I hadn't super decided how I was gonna do it yet. I'm gonna use a Sharpie for writing it, is what I'm gonna do, instead of using a fountain pen to actually write out the name of it. So this particular one is a Pilot capless, and is this one a Decimo? This is a Decimo. Couldn't remember. And I'm trying to decide. You know what I might do is I'm gonna put the picture here. I'm gonna put the name here, the information here, and I think if it has any extra like stickers or paraphernalia, I'm gonna put it on the opposing side of the pen. So I'm gonna put this over here on this side. Okay, decision made. So we are going to say Pilot. And my handwriting is not like super great. Decimo. I'm just gonna say VP because I know what VP means, and it's not like anybody else is gonna see this. I mean, this is really more just for my reference. And then I'm gonna leave a little bit here so I can write the specific name of this limited edition, because I can't remember it off the top of my head, so that's something I need to look up to find. Okay, so there's the picture. And then I'm trying to think, do I want to, because I could do it so I could still see the back. I don't think I need to though. I will just go ahead and let me get my mat. I just crammed stuff in here, so I'll get my mat just so I don't get sticky stuff everywhere. I don't like getting it on my desk. This isn't like, it's sort of skipping. So slow down, I guess. There we go, that's better. Okay, this is just a Kokuo dot liner junior. I don't know, I know I didn't say that right, but that's okay. It's fine, I don't ever say anything right. I'm used to it. Get used to it. I'm used to it. It is what it is. So, okay. So put that there. And then I'm going to get the information for this pen, and then we will write that. Okay, I started figuring this stuff out and started writing it, and then I was like, oh no, I need to put this on camera. So I decided I'm going to do nib. The size is broad. I'm gonna write type, and it's an 18 karat gold. All right. And this particular one, I'm going to just write converter. So like if it's piston filled, I'll write piston filled. If it's like a vac fill, I'll write vac fill. Just so that I know that. And I had to take it apart so that I could look with my loop to figure out what size the nib was, because I couldn't remember. So that is how I'm going to categorize all of my fountain pens. And since I started out with my Pilot Decimos, I think I'm just gonna continue with those and until I get all of them done. So I have, let's see, move some of this stuff out of the way here. All this stuff that I'm gonna have to go through as I do the pens. So these are all of my Pilot Decimos. So I'm gonna just kind of go through each one, and I'll do a couple of pages and then I will come back and show you basically what it looks like. But so far, this is what I have. Pretty simple. I think I might just do a quick little dip test with an ink and, you know, just kind of write a small handwriting sample with the nib just so that I can see that. But that's basically how I plan on gleaning the information that I need for each individual pen that I have. Now, when it comes to, say, like a maker's pen, like this, it would be pretty simple. You know, it's gonna say the name of the blank. It's gonna be the maker, which this particular maker is Mayfair Pens. I'm gonna write the nib size that I got off of it. These are all of my, with the exception of maybe one, all of my pens from makers have converters in them, you know, so they would all say converter. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, it would be nice, especially if ever I decide to sell them, it would be nice to kind of maybe at the bottom put a little price tag on how much I paid, just so that I have an idea of what I paid, so that if there's any of them that I've decided to sell, that I can have a rough idea of, okay, this is how much it cost me. I've used it. So, you know, if it's not a pen that's in demand, take 20, 25, 30% off and sell it that way. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that, but it's definitely something that I have in my head to make sure that I put on here. So we shall see. But let me do a few pages and then I'll come back and we'll take a look at it and then we will wrap up. Okay, let's go ahead and start from the beginning and let's do a little flip through of what I ended up doing here. Let me zoom you guys in. As you can see, basically whenever I have information, I'm putting it on the left and then I'm putting the name of the pen, a picture of the pen, its nib, size and type, and whether or not it came with a converter. And that's mostly just so I can kind of keep track of how many converters I have and what ones came with what pens. And then like this one is the Anna Sui collab, and I printed out the information you can see here that came with the little tag that I did put back in the box, but I took a picture of it, translated it on Google, and then put it in here because this was not, it was in Japanese, it was not in English, so I did do that for that one. And then my Kobe gradation, I did it this way, and I did put these together here. And then my iris, and that was the little picture that came in the box. And then my standard purple, I don't have any information on that one. My water ace, I'm gonna see if I have some info for this. And then finally my Rodin Galaxy, and that is it. I super appreciate you guys joining me on this very momentous day. But if you have any questions or any other suggestions on what I should put in this book, definitely let me know. I really just kind of got the idea a while ago and I thought, you know what, I need to start cataloging my pens, and it's gonna take me a while. I'm just gonna say that, but I figure if I can pick away at it little by little, then I can just add as new pens come in and it will work out great. I'll have all the information that I need, and then I'll index my pens in the beginning here. This way I'll know like where are my pilots, where are my platinums, so on and so forth. And I'll probably leave, you know, a handful of extra pages like at the very end here to, you know, essentially increase for pilot VPs or whatever they might be at that time. And yeah, I think I'll have plenty of pages. I mean, I'm never gonna fill this book up, but you know, it was fun to be able to have a little bit of time to do this. And thank you guys so much for joining me. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!